the island of green, where the tea leaves grow, where the stories of kings ride the river slow. Hear the rhythm of feet as the dancers rise, spinning color and joy under endless skies. Sri Lankan people are very good and kind, with a warm open heart that you always will find. From the food to the hills, it's a beautiful sight. You must come to Sri Lanka, it's pure delight. Oh, yeah. From the morning trains through the misty rain.
Hi guys, my name is Shevin. Today I am going to introduce my country, Sri Lanka. It is a small heart on a dry planet with a very deep history.
On the island
The foundation of the nation.
where the tea leaves grow,
The story of our nation begins with a prince named Vijaya. According to the ancient chronicles, he was an Indian prince who arrived on the island around 543 BC. He is known as the founder of the Sinhalese people. When he landed, he named the island Tambapani because of the copper-colored sand. The first king of the kingdom. While Vijaya was the founder, King Pandukabhaya is often called the first truly great king of the organized country. He established the capital city of Anuradhapura, which remained the heart of Sri Lanka for over 1,000 years. He was a brilliant leader who organized the villages and built the first great irrigation systems. The arrival of Buddhism. Later, during the reign of King Devanampiya Tissa, Buddhism was brought to the island by Mahinda, the son of the Indian Emperor Ashoka. This was the most important moment in our history because it shaped our culture, our laws, and our way of life forever. Sri Lanka is small, but its story is giant. Sri Lanka is one of the best in the world for tea, and they make money like this. The factory process. Inside the company, the leaves from the tree go through a fast, professional process. Withering. Fans blow air to dry the moisture and make the leaves soft. Rolling. Machines twist the leaves to release the juices and flavors. Oxidation. The leaves sit in the air until they turn from green to brown. Firing. A hot oven dries the tea completely so it becomes black and crisp. Grading. The tea is sorted by size to be packed. How they make money: global export. Because it is the best, countries everywhere pay high prices for it. Volume. Factories process thousands of kilos daily, bringing billions of dollars into the country. Jobs. This industry provides work for millions of people, keeping the economy strong.
Sri Lanka is one of the best in the world for traditional dance because it is a very historical and powerful art. The traditional dance. Kandyan dance. This is the most famous dance from the mountains. It is very fast, with acrobatic jumps and spinning movements. The costume. Dancers wear a special silver outfit called the vez. It includes a tall, sparkling headpiece and heavy bells on their ankles that ring loudly during the dance. The rhythm. The dance is driven by the Geta Baraya drum. The dancer moves their feet and body to match the fast, loud beats of the drummer. The meaning. Ancient stories. These dances are not just for fun. They tell stories about kings, gods, and nature. Culture. It is a way that people keep their history alive. Every movement and every drum beat is a part of the small heart of the island that has been passed down for thousands of years. Sri Lanka is one of the best in the world for traditional food because the flavors are very deep and the way they cook is very historical. Rice and curry, the main meal. This is the heart of the country. A real Sri Lankan meal is not just one dish, but a variety. How they go? People usually go to the local market early in the morning to get fresh vegetables like jackfruit, okra, and eggplant. How it's made. They use a traditional stone called a mirazgala to grind spices like cinnamon, cardamom, and chili into a fresh paste. Everything is cooked with coconut milk, which makes the curries very creamy and delicious. Hoppers, appa. These are famous bowl-shaped pancakes that people love for breakfast or dinner. The batter. It is made from a mix of rice flour and coconut milk. To give it a special kick, they let the batter ferment overnight. The cooking. They use a small, deep iron pan. They pour the batter in and swirl it around to make the edges thin and crispy, while the middle stays soft and fluffy. Sometimes they crack an egg in the middle to make an egg hopper. Kottu roti. This is the most famous street food in the country. The sound. You can hear kottu being made from far away because they use two metal blades to chop the bread on a hot metal plate. The mix. They take flatbread, roti, chop it into small pieces, and mix it with fresh vegetables, eggs, spices, and meat. It is a very fast and energetic way of cooking. Milk rice, kirabath. This is the most historical food used for celebrations. The preparation. Rice is cooked with a lot of thick coconut milk until it becomes very soft and sticky. The serving. It is laid out flat and cut into diamond shapes. It is usually eaten with a very spicy onion and chili mix called lunumiris. Sri Lanka is one of the best in the world for celebrations because they have two different New Years, Christmas and December New Year. The style, cities are filled with lights and huge trees. It is a time for everyone to celebrate together. The food. People make a famous Sri Lankan Christmas cake with local spices and fruits. The midnight. At 12 a.m. on January 1st, the whole country lights fireworks to welcome the year. The Sri Lankan New Year, April. The timing. This is the Aluth Avarudu, held in April when the sun moves. It is the most historical festival. The rituals. Families boil a pot of milk at a lucky time until it flows over, which represents plenty of food and money for the house. The fun. People play traditional village games like climbing a greasy pole and beating drums. The food. Everyone eats kirabath, milk rice, and crispy sweets like kokis. Sri Lanka is home to some of the best in the world religious sites, where ancient history and deep faith live together. The Buddhist temples. Temple of the Tooth, a sacred gold-roofed palace in Kandy that holds a relic of the Buddha's tooth. Cave temples. Ancient caves like Dambula, filled with hundreds of golden statues and colorful rock paintings. The stupas. Massive white dome-shaped monuments that stand as tall as hills in the ancient cities. The churches. Madhu Church, a famous jungle shrine in the north where people from all over the country go for peace. St. Lucia's Cathedral, a giant, beautiful cathedral in Colombo that looks like a classic European palace. Dutch Reformed churches, strong stone buildings with history going back hundreds of years. The tradition. Respect. People wear white to temples and remove their shoes to show honor to the sacred ground. Unity. It is common to see people of different religions visiting these holy places to pray together. WW. Sri Lanka is one of the best in the world for history because its ancient stories are carved into stone and jungle. Sigiriya, the Lion Rock. The story. A prince named Kashyapa built a palace on top of a 200-meter rock to hide from his brother. The site. You enter through giant lion paws and see 1,500-year-old paintings on the cliff walls. Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa. The story. These were the first great kingdoms. Kings built massive lakes and stupas, domes, to show their power and faith. The sacred tree. Anuradhapura holds the Sri Mahabodhi, the oldest tree in the world planted by a human. Galley Fort. The story. A massive stone city built by the Dutch 400 years ago on the edge of the ocean. The site. It has old lighthouses and thick walls that still protect the town today. Il cammino silenzioso della madre. Nelle notti profonde del santuario di Madhu, quando il silenzio avvolge ogni cosa e i fedeli riposano, accade qualcosa di magico. Si dice che la Vergine Maria non resti chiusa nel suo altare, ma che esca a camminare tra le tende e gli alberi del bosco. Solo i cani, con il loro istinto, sentono i suoi passi leggeri e abbaiano per annunciare il suo passaggio a un mondo che dorme. Il miracolo della tenda. Durante i giorni di festa, la foresta si riempie di tende. Un anno, mentre molti temevano i pericoli della giungla, una famiglia decise di non scappare. Una madre, con il cuore pieno di speranza, si mise a pregare. Madre Maria, proteggi i miei figli mentre dormono. Quella notte Maria apparve nei sogni della donna, sussurrandole di non temere e di restare serena nella loro tenda. Mentre intorno ad altri succedevano piccoli incidenti o c'era paura per i morsi dei serpenti, la tenda di quella famiglia rimase circondata da una pace invisibile, la promessa di Madhu. Al mattino si scoprì il miracolo. I serpenti, che avevano spaventato molti altri, non si erano nemmeno avvicinati a chi aveva pregato con fede pura. Maria aveva vegliato su di loro come una madre fa con i suoi piccoli. La gente comprese allora che a Madhu non si va solo per chiedere, ma per sentirsi protetti sotto il manto della Madonna, dove anche il pericolo più grande diventa innocuo davanti alla forza della preghiera.